Welcome to another episode of Two Ales and Hockey Tales with Wally. And today I'm so excited to have on a 31-year-old from Bangalore, India, and a 37-year-old from Quesnel, British Columbia, Canada. Their hockey journeys have taken them to Canada, the USA, Italy, Germany, Wales, and India. They returned to the shed after episode 10 and 41, have combined for 742 goals, plays, or listens. One of them had the most goals by a D-man in Italy circa 2010-11 and a two-time second-team All-Star in the EIHL, once with yours truly, and a Challenge Cup champion with yours truly. But all three of us were in the top 5% of the NBA class at Cardiff Metropolitan.
Were we really?
I think so.
I think so.
Where the other guy ran amok and was the glue guy of the NBA class, even though he finished his papers the day they were due. He has been supporting the shed all over India with his Two Ales hat. Welcome back to the shed, Tyson, Marsh, and Yashas, Raghu, Kumar.
Good to be here, big guy.
Yeah, welcome back, guys.
Thank you.
I get into how we know each other, and I'll start with you, Yashas. A fun fact for everybody, Pigs was the first episode, but Yashas here was the first person I ever recorded his episode with. He was the first person in the shed, and I stored it till episode 10, right?
Yep, you did.
I texted you late night walking the dog and said, I'm going to start a podcast, and you said, let's do one right now. And I turned around and went to the shed, right?
Yep, you did.
Wait, what episode is this? How many are you on now?
I don't know.
Maybe 150?
I think 155 with a couple half episodes in there too. So
okay.
We're probably looking at about 160 if you really add them up. But yeah, so Yashas, you're the first one in here, and fun fact is today we just got to 70,000 folks in the shed.
Oh, damn. Congratulations.
Wow.
Yeah. And 53 countries. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
Countries.
Yeah. 53 countries. I didn't even know where some of them were, like quite a few. I've learned a lot since I started the shed. And it's funny because Yashas was the first guy that came here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyways, Tyson, you were episode 41, and the part about the intro I had written down here and I forgot was was that you won the Challenge Cup, but then I have written down here, but he is best known for getting destroyed in a debate at Cardiff Metropolitan University.
Did he really?
I was trying to forget about that memory, but thanks for bringing it back up.
Well, we talked about it in your first episode, and I still giggle every time I think about it. So, Yashas, you were in project management with us, right? What'd you do?
Yes. The debate, I think I did the FBI, something on FBI. I remember that for sure.
Well, our debate got heated there. And for the folks that listen, this will be my tale. We had just won the Challenge Cup, and we're in the debate the next week. We just subsequently lost 14-1 or 11-1 or something after
something ridiculous.
Yeah, after we had a time after winning the champion or the Challenge Cup, and we had a time. We had a great time. We got the Devils banned from a hotel in Sheffield. That's fantastic. And anyways, we lost by a lot, and then we get to a debate that's supposed to be about project management at school the next week. And this sweet gal just ripped into Tyson about being the captain and the so-called leader of the Cardiff Devils. And how dare he be the leader of a team that could lose 11-1 the next time.
I was not there for that one.
Tyson's face went really red. He started shaking, and I was worried like he was gonna.
You need to preface it better because so in this debate, it's about project management, and it's a very strict topic what you're supposed to talk about, and we all had to go in order. So once you're done talking on your team, there's like 5 people on each team. Once you're finished talking, you're not allowed to talk again. So we came prepared. We had all our notes. We had a bunch of stuff. Our boy Tom was sliding me notes as like the other team was
Tommy
talking.
G.
He's like, here, talk about this stuff.
Tom Good was in your.
He was on our team for the
Okay.
debate. And so whatever comments I think the other team had brought up about some projects in Dubai or something, Tommy slid me a couple like fun facts about how I could just rip apart these projects. Didn't do nothing personal against the people talking.
You're just playing the debate. You're
Just
playing the game
playing
by the rules.
Debate. And all, we just had like, well, those projects, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we find out later that our opponents on the other side of the debate didn't really understand the point of the debate. And then they went and asked some people, what do you do in a debate? Or they Googled it or something. And the advice they got for what a debate is you're supposed to personally attack the other people in the debate.
And she sure did. She dominated you.
So
Ripped you apart.
Who was this?
She ripped you
I
apart
finished
lip by lip.
I finished talking, and then she starts going after me as the captain. And how could you guys lose by so many goals? And that's terrible leadership. And blah blah blah. And I was like, it was a good thing I wasn't allowed to talk after that.
You were not allowed to talk for the rest of the debate.
Did you
had to
remember?
sit
Do you
there.
remember who that was?
Yes, I don't remember her name, but she
Who was
seemed to
it?
be very competitive. And
Well.
anyway.
Yeah, it was an emotional day, Tyson. I know. I felt bad about that loss too, but
I mean, the sting of losing was already there. But
yeah. I think we won the debate though, I think we did.
we definitely won the debate.
We
Yeah,
kept it
wasn't even close.
professional. So anyways, fellas, I get into how we know each other. And I guess the three of us did our MBAs together. What was that? 8 years ago, 8 years ago.
Was it really?
Yeah.
2016.
2016, 6 years
Yeah.
ago.
That's when it ended. We started in
Yeah, it started in
2014.
Oh yeah.
No, 2015 we started.
I won a gold
2014.
helmet 8 years ago, just the other day. And this was the start of the next hockey season we started. So
Yeah, it was 2014 October.
No way,
dude,
it was
my
too.
brain is switched right on with all this chat in my shed. I know timelines of my life now.
Ah,
Yeah. And Kay, fun fact for everybody is Yashas has been on. That was before more people that have started listening, but Yashas, one of my favorite stories is back at Cardiff Met. If you had a certain student card, you got 30% off alcohol, right?
Yeah, you did.
I didn't have one of those cards.
what was this magical student card we never heard about?
I had one.
Do you remember when I used to use Yashas's student card to get the discount?
Was there a picture on that card or?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, there was.
They let me do it. Hey, it was 30% off a beer or lunch, man. And Yashas was kind enough. That's how we got to know each other. He
How
was
come we
slipping me
didn't
a
get one of
student
those
card.
cards? Why didn't we get any of those?
I think
I don't
you had
think
to
you
pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yashas was a full-time student, man. We had hockey too. He needed that card.
It's true.
Yep.
But no, thank you for letting me use your student ID and get the discount on beers.
No worries. Go for it.
And that's another way how we know each other is we'd have a lot of lunches together, eh, Tyson?
Oh, if I could go back, just hang out in the cafeteria, have a couple beers in between classes. And that sounds
Play
ridiculous.
pool with Tom Good, the fellow Welshman in the class.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun times. So anyways, what do we got here? Where and what are you doing now, Yashas?
I'm still doing construction in India, Bangalore.
Yeah, you were into construction
And
management.
yeah, and I start another company.
You started another company since we talked?
Yeah, I did.
What's that been? About a year and a half we talked to. I've been doing this, almost a year and a half, maybe? Not
Is
even?
it?
No, just
I
over a
started the
year.
company like 6 months ago.
So what's this one?
This is about import export.
Art
And
Vandalay.
and we give drinking water to corporate companies.
You're getting drinking water to corporate companies.
Yeah, packaged drinking water. You see like the 20 gallons here, like the
Mhm.
big cans.
How'd you get into that?
Contacts.
Really? So you said you're still doing construction, but you're not in India right now. You're
No,
not
right
in
now
Bangalore.
no, I'm not. I'm right now in California visiting my brother,
Oh, nice.
Where in California?
San Diego.
Oh, you getting into any surfing or what are you doing not down there?
It's water is still too cold here, so maybe in the next week it should get higher up. So
Yeah. Is it
Mhm.
like what's the temperature like out there these days?
it's like 15.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And Tyson, where and what are you doing now?
Nothing changes here. Well, funny enough, I still do construction management, building all the billion condos that are going up here in Toronto.
What's funny is right before I thought of the shed, I started a contractor construction management course, and I finished that. And now I have that, but I don't know why I guess I finished it and I have that. But yeah, it was fun times. I learned a lot.
Hey,
Learned,
goes on the resume.
yeah, yeah. Been pretty
Nice.
preoccupied in the shed though. I think now that I've crushed out 160 episodes since then. I started out really hot, like I was going to finish the course really fast, and then I thought of the shed and I really went slow there for a while.
Yeah, I can see
Um,
that.
Okay, so not much has changed then. You got a couple kids though.
Got a couple kids. Yeah, we got they're growing up fast. Lachlan's 7 now.
7.
And
Because he was born right around when Zoe was born in Cardiff,
Yeah.
right? We both had our kids then.
2 months apart. Yeah, he was born while we were doing our MBA.
Yeah, they both
Mhm.
were.
And
Tiring
so-
times, eh?
Oh,
And we
tough
thought we were busy back then though, and we were busy. I think it was more the skating around and working out stuff that was tiring, but like
still weren't busy. We didn't even know what busy was in those days.
life's busy now.
Yeah. Now I got that. Lachlan and daughter is 7, or she's 2. She's already 2. Can't believe either. Last couple of years have just flown by.
Yeah, I've never met her.
No, I know.
Yeah. Hey, so while we're on that topic, June 25th, I'm having a golf tournament, Tyson, right here in
Hey.
Kincardine. So if you got a Saturday, it's a 2 p.m. shotgun, and then it's a roast beef dinner, scramble, and then we got a live band coming right here to Kincardine Ainsdale Golf Course. So hopefully you can find a foursome of dandies and come golfing June 25th.
I
Okay.
like it. All right.
I'd like to see you.
Send me the info.
Yeah. Okay. And Yashas, how long you in Cali for? How long does your business shut down, or you got some employees working right now?
They are working. Business does not shut down.
That's
I'm
good.
here till maybe end of May or June.
End of May or June. Jeez, that's quite the vacation. Huh?
Yeah, sort of.
So then what are you doing to fill your time in Cali right now?
Going for a lot of car shows, going to beaches.
Sounds tough.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Tough go,
Riding
tough
around
go.
in motorcycles.
Oh, geez. Okay. What else do I got? And Marsh, your wife's working hard too, eh? She's in real estate.
Yeah, she's doing really good. She's doing really good. It took a while to get going, of course, but
And you guys are in the Georgetown area, right?
yeah.
Where I was born. Small world.
You told me that last time we were on here.
Mhm. I know. Anyways, moving on. When do you think the last time you two saw each other was then?
Last time we were at the Met.
School. Yeah.
And I guess we skipped the graduation, right, Marshy? We
Yeah,
figured
Yeah,
when
out-
you-
was this graduation? I see these grad pictures. When did that happen?
it definitely happened the second year when we both got hurt. It was happening. And we were like, it costs how much to get a hat and like do it? And we are like, we don't need that. I've never been to one of my graduations in any of the schools I went to. I've never been to one.
Oh, okay.
High school,
bad.
never? No?
High school, university, no, none of it.
I attended all my graduations.
Really?
Brent was too
Yep.
cool. Brent was
Yes,
too cool to
that's
go to his graduation.
yeah, no, I don't know if that's it, but Marcia, you were obviously decided you were too cool that year too.
I was probably miserable. I was probably still KO'd, so I didn't even know what was up at that point.
Speaking of that, and well, that's what I guess we'll segue into is Colby's been getting into watching YouTube. And there's
Oh,
a
no.
video of the 2014-15 Cardiff Devil fights, not the second year, the first year I was with you. And our team did a lot of fighting, man. It's like a 30-minute video of just fighting.
Damn, I got to see that.
Hendo, who else is Dougie?
Hendo, Mitchin, Dougie Clarkson,
Oh, yeah.
Thatchy. And then on there was you fighting Kevin Westgarth.
Oof. Yeah. I lived through that, so I'm still here.
Yeah, you finished that. You finished yeah, we did YouTube the next.
Probably had a few
Hoth
others.
was in there a lot, and there's some of the guys he was fighting. I'm like, no wonder Lordo was getting so mad that Hoth was fighting. Some of the guys he was fighting, you're like, Hoth, you're like the best defenseman in the league. Why are you fighting him? So Yashas, did you decide if you were gonna crack a pint with us today or not?
No, it's too early.
Too early.
It's like 5:30 at night.
Almost 6 o'clock.
Almost 6 o'clock. Yeah.
Have you never heard the song 5 o'clock somewhere? So at what time in India can you start drinking? Because you're in California, you're allowed to start drinking at like 9 a.m.
Yeah.
You're laughing, Yashas. I'm not joking.
I know. I heard that one.
All you're doing is hanging out on the beach and going to car shows. What else you got?
Yeah. Not today. Today I'm here with you guys.
Jeez.
Thanks for taking time out of the busy schedule.
No worries.
No kidding. So, Marsh, you got anything to do with hockey anymore? Did Lachlan play this year?
He did, yeah. Well, at his age, he was just in like they call it the initiation program still. So it's just like a million dads on the ice and kids going everywhere or whatever.
Yeah.
Next year apparently is where it gets a little more ridiculous, which I haven't been looking forward to.
Wow, I had a great time with it this year. It was
I
fun.
caught a couple highlights of you and the squad there.
Oh.
Pops and whatever else you got going on.
Yeah, we've had some fun. Yeah. And that brings up this jersey I'm wearing. It is signed by my under 11 Kincardine Canucks, and that's up for raffle at aleshockeytales.com. Yashas, we have a website and everything since we chatted.
Yeah, I saw the website.
Crazy. So yeah, you can register for the golf tournament there, and you can buy raffle tickets for my under 11 signed 2 Ales jersey. And that's to pay for our year-end party for the little punks. And also the other prize that goes with it is a 2 Ales and Hockey Tales banner signed by the Cardiff Devils.
Huh. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That would be the current Cardiff Devils.
Yeah, a fan was kind enough to ask for a banner to be made from us. He paid for it, then put it up in the arena for a while, then got the team to sign it and said, here, you can use this to raffle off as a prize. I'm like, oh, nice. Yeah, people helping people.
I've been seeing a lot of pics of your the logo there all over Europe right now, all over the UK. There's a lot.
Well, that same fella says he just booked his tattoo for September. He's gonna get a 2 Ales and Hockey Tales tattoo.
You're like a cultural icon all of a sudden.
I don't think so, but it's funny. It's really funny. And I can't wait to see a tattoo of the 2 Ales logo. Because to think of back when I first called Yashas that first night walking the dog to what's going on, it's pretty funny.
Just living.
Hey, it's a good day for living, Tyson. And the kids love the belly flop, and I miss them. So we're going to have a heck of a party, So buy your raffle tickets at aleshockeytales.com. And speaking of the Cardiff Devils, Yashas, we talked about this the first time, but your hockey story is we got you tickets to a Cardiff Devils game, right? Your first ever game you watched live, right?
Yep, I did with you.
And Tyson was playing in that match, wasn't he? The captain of the team.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. So I guess I don't know. Let's talk about this. I still think the story we talked about the first episode when I had never been up to the crowd since I hurt my knee. I had never been around the fans. I hadn't really seen me. I wasn't even doing pregame speeches yet because I was still a lost puppy. And Yashas was at the game and I hadn't seen him since the year before when we were in class. And I walked up the stairs. Yashas sees me, stands up. I walk over, we give each other a big hug. And the whole crowd had been cheering for me when I walked up into the crowd. And then as soon as Yashas and I started hugging, the whole crowd went like, ah.
Who's this guy?
Yeah, who's this guy? And we just like gave each other a big warm embrace right in the middle of the crowd, eh? Back in the big
Yep,
blue
we
tent.
Would have been a big long lead up because you would have limped up the stairs. Would have taken you a while.
I was a little overweight too. Anyways, do you think Yash, is there any fights in that game you went to? Tyson throwing
I don't
punches?
think so.
Really?
I don't think so.
No.
It was a pretty clean game.
Okay. The other people that came to our games, remember Hoth brought the Moroccan fellas to the game. Remember that,
Yeah.
Marshy?
Yeah, I remember that.
What was their names? Do you remember them, Yashas?
I think one of them was Saad.
So do you still keep in touch with the class? Because didn't you have like a WhatsApp group with all the students?
Yeah, we do. Hey, have I added you into that group?
I got a lot going on, Yashas. I don't think I
Apparently
need any
not.
more messages.
I mean, there's not a lot of messages, but it just keeps you in touch with the whole gang. We can get, I'm trying to pull in people together because, hey, it's once in a lifetime, right? You have a friends, and if you need something, you can holler at somebody.
That's true. Yeah. Look at
Mhm.
us 7-8 years later, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what else do I got here? What do you guys want to talk about today? Marsh, you got anything you want to talk about today?
I had something a second ago I was going to mention about when you were off there, but it'll come back to me. in
When
a
I was
second.
off, like when I was hurt?
Yeah. You were
Mm.
hanging out up in the stands and stuff. You became like the mascot for the team that year.
Yeah. Pre-game speaker, I like to call it, not a mascot. They called me a mascot?
Well, I mean, you're just as popular.
Oh, like you mean like when I would go on the fan bus and then I do the pregame
Yeah.
speech and then I get up in the crowd and just party with the crowd. Oh yeah. There was a couple times I was a mascot. I was dressed like a mascot. I guess I was even years later with the new team.
Hey, you made it work. You made yourself valuable however you could, right?
Well, I was just trying to help the team, right?
Hmm.
Trying to create a fun atmosphere.
No, it's funny. You had like the WhatsApp group with the rest of the people there because we didn't really. It's not like we ever really got to know many people in the program. Just like
Well, we would just rip in, get to class, do class, and leave. Where Yashas, you guys were like living there for school, right? You moved there just
Yeah.
for the school.
Yep, we did. I was
you
there
live close
completely for
by?
the school.
You guys live close by school?
I was living close by for like 4 months. Then I shifted onto City Road and then
Yeah.
went all the way a little bit further. I don't remember the street names now.
Yeah,
It was a little bit further, yeah.
So
I was like-
Never knew the
did you
street names.
stay, like,
15.
the second year, like when
Mhm.
Brent and I came back, we were finished. Like we'd finished our papers and stuff in the fall.
hmm
How much longer were you there? Were you there
No,
the
I
whole
took a
winter?
break because of the wedding, my brother's wedding. So I deferred like 6 months and I finished in like Feb, I think. Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
finished my graduation on June. So February.
I
finished
remember
my
when you
exam.
went back for your brother's wedding. You were gone
Yeah.
for a while.
Yep. I mean, no, a month or 2, maybe.
Well, when he
Yeah.
goes to California, he's got to stay for a couple months. So
Yeah.
No, I think he left his. I think he left his student ID with me for the free cheap drinks. So Yashas, do you know what Chippy Lane is in Cardiff?
What?
Chippy Lane, the place you'd go to eat late night in Cardiff? No, never made it there.
No, I don't think so.
Tyson knows what I'm talking about. Tyson, what would your Chippy Lane order be if you were there right now? or if you're there later tonight.
Oh, chicken curry and chips.
Chicken curry, eh? I don't recall you. Oh, you were a curry guy, weren't you?
Yeah.
So Yashas, if you were out with your friends late night, okay, maybe you got into a couple pops. What are you gonna eat late night before bed?
Maybe a Burger King burger and fries.
Really, eh?
Yeah. I mean, it sets you off till like the next day, 12 o'clock, right?
Yeah, see, I'd rather do that stuff the next day, you know.
No, next day you got to grab another beer, right? So,
All right. And when we first talked and you said you played video games, what video game was it? Did you say you played PUBG?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Learn more about video games now that my son's getting older and I talk to young guys that play hockey. They're all in video games.
Yeah.
Just makes us feel older.
We are older, Tyson.
No, just older and older when we talk about video games.
I know. So do you still have time to play video games, Yashas?
Yep.
Really, eh? There's your game right there.
It's right here.
Oh gosh. So I remember, did you not say you went to our game in Cardiff, but other than that, the only part of hockey was you
That was the only hockey game I saw.
But you saw the Mighty Ducks movies growing up, right?
Yep, I did.
Okay, I don't think I asked you this. Okay, we're gonna do this like a normal episode quick here. So growing up in Bangalore, India. And how'd you get into hockey or whatever sports you played as a kid? Did you play any sports?
Sports was only cricket sometimes in school. That's it. Nothing much of sports.
I got a fun story about cricket. That happened around here in Bruce County. Yeah. This was a couple years ago. I got out of work about 20 minutes early. I had to go check on some welding at a Mennonite's farm that was doing some welding for my old man. So I took the kids and we got shooting the shit with a Mennonite. And he asked if we wanted a horse and buggy ride. So we went for a horse and buggy ride with the kids with this fella. So we did the horse and buggy ride, came back, and then I went home and I'm like, okay, let's go to a playground. And then there was a family, an Indian family playing cricket. And I was watching them when I'm playing with Zoe and they're like, would you like to try it? I'm like, well, of course I would like to try it. So I went for a horse and buggy ride with the kids and played cricket in the same day in Bruce County.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's an interesting day.
How was your cricket skills?
It's a tough swing because it's like curved, right? And it wants you to pop it up, but you're trying to hit line drives, right?
True.
You're trying to hit line drives, but it always wants to pop up. Is that how it goes?
It's like a scoop, right? So they bounce it into you and it's like a scoop. And if you hit it like normal, you're just going to pop it straight up in the air and they'll catch it.
I mean, it's like, yeah, sort of. It's like a bat and there's a small ball and you got to hit it.
Wasn't there a curve on it? On the bat?
On the back, yes.
I feel like there was a curve. But isn't there flat ones?
There are flat ones. I mean, there's a slight curve on the back. Slight. Not too big.
My memory, this was a couple years ago, Marsh. I only got a couple swings at it, you know? I thought I was going to be hitting home runs, and I wasn't. I wasn't.
Way harder.
I got good wood on it, though. Got my barrel right around on her.
You playing hockey at all still? You playing men's league or anything?
Me?
Yeah.
No. My spare time's in the shed. I don't need. I coach. If I go to the rink, I like coaching. I don't.
How's the knee feeling? Are you able to skate around out there now?
Sometimes.
I'll take that as a no.
It's okay, but I should take care of it better. If I like foam rolled and I took care of it, I would probably feel better. But I'm not very good at that stuff.
There's no time.
No time. No. How about you? Do you play hockey? You lacing them up?
I was like pre-COVID was playing men's league downtown, and then that all got shut, and then I didn't touch the ice for a couple of years, and then since moving out to Georgetown, I met a few guys who have invited me out a couple times.
Well, that's how you meet new people. So this Georgetown's a newer area for you.
Yeah.
I guess that's city living though. You don't really get to know people around town like you do in small towns, right?
Well, Georgetown's, that's why I really love it here, because it's like, it feels like a small town. You're not that far out of the city, right? Like it's just a fun little pocket. But anyway, they invited me out, so I hadn't been out the longest I'd ever been off skating since I was 4 years old. Like I'd never gone that long without playing. And
Still
I now understand how men will go out and play men's league and have heart attacks. Like that's at one moment I like came to the bench and I looked around. I was like, "Do we have the defibrillator in the rink just in case? Because I might just feel over here."
See, my fun thing is like I might try and do something cool for the kids or do some stick handling for them on the ice. But like as soon as I start, like I feel like I sweat very, very easily now. And then as a coach and you start sweating and then you get cold when you're standing around. And then all of a sudden it's like you piss the bed and it's sticky cold. And it's like, this isn't even fun anymore. You know, it was warm. I was hot. Now I'm cold and sticky. It's, you know what it's like to piss the bed? No. Okay.
No, I don't know.
No. Oh. Right. Okay. So anyways, what's it like growing up in Bangalore, India? So you you tried cricket a bit, but you weren't an athlete, you'd say, a sports guy?
Nah. Wasn't my thing.
So what would you be doing then?
A lot of studies and then games. You got
Video games.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nobody,
Studies. I went to school with you. You're still getting the shit done the day before it's due. I don't think you're studying that much.
No.
I think you had a bet, right? That I won't finish the paper.
I remember I'd be done weeks before it was due, and then it'd be the
you wouldn't be.
You shut your filthy
No, you
mouth.
wouldn't be.
Are
See,
you nuts?
now the truth comes
You
out.
guys are
Now the
jokes.
truth comes out.
Whatever. I was always ahead of schedule.
No, you know what I was mad at though? We would.
Hoth.
We would get it done. Hoth, whatever our projects, we would get them done. We'd be doing them on the bus, or I'd do them when we get home.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell we had to do, we'd get it done. And then you'd come in there the next day, and it'd be like, well, a lot of people didn't get it done, so we're going to give everybody an extension for 2-3 weeks or whatever. Because
they didn't get it done, and you're like, so why did we have a due date? What are we teaching these people?
They'd go away on vacation, come back, and be like, oh yeah, we need more time, and then they just give them more time.
They'd be like, oh, I went to California for my brother's wedding. Yeah, I just push it back, right? Yeah, it's just
No, it was India.
Kids these days.
Okay. Anyways,
hey, that's what project management is all about. Time management.
Exactly.
Yeah, cost overruns.
Not showing up the day out, the day of, be like, we're gonna need to back the schedule up by about 3 weeks.
I mean, if you're doing the course, you got to do it right.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, so would you have grown up in like a house then in India? Like that's a huge city, right? Bangalore. How many people? That's a big city.
Yeah, that's a big city.
I've seen some of your Instagram posts where you're like in the city. There's a lot of traffic out, eh?
Yeah, there is a lot of traffic. A lot. And it's like
How many people live in that city?
I gotta Google that.
I think we had this talk the first time, and we're talking like, I think we're talking like
20 million?
30 million, I'm thinking.
30 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's Canada. That's Canada in one city.
It's a pretty populated.
Like how it must be a big area, like a lot of apartments then, a lot of high rises.
Yep, a lot.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. So Tyson, you grew up out west, eh? And now you're a Toronto city boy.
Oh, you can't call me a city boy. I moved out of the city.
But you're from a small town, right?
Country boy.
Oh, yeah.
I said Quesnel, right? That's small.
You just butcher that every time. It's okay.
Quinnell.
Quinnell.
Cornell.
Yeah.
Hey, I can say it.
Yeah. It's actually a French name.
Well, it looks French, but I didn't know because
French name in northern BC.
Right. Why is that? Do you know? So-
I do. He was one of the men on with one of the explorers that came up the Fraser River exploring British Columbia.
So were there French speakers there as well?
Yeah, because they were with like the Métis explorers and guys that came out, like Simon Fraser, who came up the river, and one of his guides was I won't try and butcher history here, but he was one of the guys on the boat, and they named the city Cornell after
Well,
that guy.
see, and that's you learn so much stuff in the shed, right?
There you go. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much the exact opposite of Bangalore, India.
Bangalore is like 281 square miles. So that's how big it is.
Square miles.
Where I grew up, while I was growing up, it was probably less than 20,000 people.
And mine definitely, Elmira was definitely less than that.
Yeah.
Maybe not anymore though. It's really growing. Okay. Interesting stuff though. So then you're Tyson though. You like realistically, you are like a lot of hockey players that you left home for your career, and then you meet a gal and you stay in one of the cities that you went through, right?
Pretty much. Yeah,
We're scattered everywhere when you get in your shed.
yes, we are.
Mm-hmm. Any hockey guys around there that you know? I know Blighter's in Cambridge. That's not that far.
No, he's not too far away. He's down there. Well, we used to hang out with Faulkner quite a bit. We were playing men's league together, but now I'm out here. He's right downtown. Everybody's busy. We always try and stay in touch, but everybody's got kids and jobs, and it's hard to get together now. We try and get together.
That's why you have a shed.
Well, you know what? We started. What's funny with COVID, the last couple summers, we actually all hung out more because we made a point of like, because you remember for a while the only thing you could do is golf. So like we had a big group of guys that we just once a month we're gonna go golfing. That's the only time we'd see anybody. But we just like the last 2 summers it worked out great. Everybody got out golfing every month or so.
A lot of people became golfers the last year or two because that's all you're allowed to do, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, so any Cardiff Met memories you got, Yashas?
What memories? There's a lot of memories.
I don't know. I don't know what to say. One I got that I'll bring up is Tyson. There's been a few people mentioned throughout the year and a bit out here in the shed is they say I was a great napper. Do you remember I'd sometimes in between classes, if we'd have 15 minutes, I'd head out to the car and crush a quick nap and then right into class.
I think that was after Zoe was born. You just head straight out to the car, take a quick one.
Yeah, droolers everywhere. Any chance I could, I'd be drooling. Oh God. Okay, and another one, Marsh. You remember the presentation with Hoth with the volcano?
With the volcano.
Do you remember this?
I do.
Oh my word.
Me again. What was this?
We were trying to be like serious and like we're in an MBA program and we're trying to make a really great presentation for a class. And then we're putting the finishing touches on it. And there's a spot in our presentation where
yeah. It was like a
top came off a thing. And, yeah. It turned into a volcano or somebody went, and it was hilarious. Either the teacher was even crying. Who did
one of my favorite things of the Met was it was annoying at the time, but it's hilarious remembering it now. This was the next year we were done, and we brought the guys from the team doing the program that year. We showed them like where to park, and we went in, we hung out, showed them around the school, and then when we came out, remember there was that guy blocking us in.
Oh yeah, I remember
guy
this.
in the middle of so we come back to our car. There's a guy just literally parked his car in the middle of the parking lot.
Nobody could get out.
Nobody could get out, and we couldn't go anywhere. We were losing our minds, just standing around like
just waiting for him to come.
Marty Salters was there, like just fuming.
Was it Haddad, Marty, and Salters, right?
Yeah. And then so we went inside, called like the security. They're like, well, there's nothing we can do. Like, can call a tow truck. Maybe that'll be like an hour or whatever. And then the guy comes back to his car.
And he
Just
didn't
like-
care. He didn't
did
feel bad
not-
at all.
Not a care in the world. And there are all these big like hockey players standing there, like staring him down. The guy couldn't have cared less. Just like, hey, in his car. And we felt so helpless. Like, you're so mad. There was literally nothing you could do other than just like yell at the guy and be like, hey, what the hell?
Y'all should have just picked up the car and moved it.
I think we tested that out. Definitely didn't move.
When he threw the coffee on the
Yeah.
the guy was driving him, and he just like when he threw the water bottle
Yes.
at Kevin Noble.
Yeah.
He's got a heck of an arm. That Joey Martin must have played some ball as a young buck.
Coffee cup onto the wind. No, I think he took the lid off and threw the coffee on the windshield and then just like dropped the cup on the guy's head.
And gave up football. Oh gosh. So yeah, I don't know.
Coming to the coffee cup, I remember. I don't know if you remember it, Tyson. So someone decided to have a beer in one of the math classes, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And he could not finish it, and he put it in a Starbucks cup and took it to class.
I think I might know who
That was him.
I don't think it just happened once, Yashas.
Wally, I thought you said Yashas is the one that told you to do that, but no, you were the one that
No.
started it?
He's the one who started it.
Well, when you get 30% off a beer between classes, sometimes you'd order one too many and then you just take it to class with you.
Might as well. I mean,
Yeah.
Been a busy day to that point, Marsh. You would probably practiced, worked out, done classes. Like we just needed a break. I just needed a quick pint in class, right?
mhm. As soon as you go home, you know you're dealing with diapers and kids to bed. And,
It was like going to school was easier for us, right? Than what was going on at home with the young one.
mhm.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
why you were having naps in the parking lot.
That was why. But I guess the other thing was that year we were the first Cardiff Devils with Hoth to go to the Met, and they're still doing that.
Are they still there? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Are we still? I heard.
They could call us trailblazers.
I heard. I haven't been back to the Met. I've been back to Cardiff a couple times. I haven't been back in there, but somebody that was in there said there was like pictures of us on the wall in there. It was like alumni or something.
Pictures of us
Yeah.
in the Met.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool. Like playing hockey or like, because we didn't go to graduation. There isn't one with the
No,
hat
like-
on.
Hockey pictures, I think. I don't know.
Really?
Maybe they're gone now. Maybe they just put it up for a bit or something.
Wow, still exciting.
Mhm.
Hey, it's all important for 5 minutes.
But so you went back for Richie's testimonial?
Yeah.
Is that what you went back for? Yeah.
Went back for Richie's testimonial. Then the next year we went for Blighter's wedding.
Oh, he got married over there.
Yeah.
That's a big ask to ask people to go all the way over there. But yeah, that's what happens when you marry people around the world, eh?
Oh, I mean, we were more than
Higgs is
happy,
getting married in Switzerland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When's that?
And I just heard Lordo had a kid.
I did hear that. Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Lordo.
Yeah. Everybody, we all grow up sometime, you know.
Yeah. Not, I guess. Am I grown up?
I'm already picturing him. I'm already picturing him holding the baby. Like it's boom, boom, and it's a boom, boom.
Can you imagine? We should definitely send that baby a little gag ball. Yeah, it's just you don't know what we're talking about. But
No.
After that year, we both Tyson and I both re-signed with Cardiff to come back for the next hockey season. So when we're finishing the dissertation.
Uh-huh.
And Lardo told me that I was fat and old and I had to do a gag ball workout with him all summer.
You gotta
Mhm.
tell him what the thing is. He thinks you're still talking about a gag ball.
Well, I am. It was
I'm
a
gonna
ball.
Google that.
It was a
It was like a band. It
don't
was like a band.
don't Google a gag
It was
ball.
it was a band workout. It was like
There's a
resistance
ball in the
band.
middle with bands up to your wrists and then
Uh-huh.
down to your thighs, and
Uh-huh.
everything had tension. And
Uh-huh.
like we didn't actually lift weights that summer, and actually it was the best I had felt in a decade, and I felt
pretty
great
good,
when I
too.
got
It was
back. And
really good. It
yeah,
was really good workout, I gotta say.
but Tyson and I were the oldest fellas on the team, and we were the only
Was
ones
it?
that had to wake up and work out with the coach every morning.
We were older than the coach.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. And I'd played against him a couple years earlier. That
Lordo was a year younger than me.
Mhm.
oh yeah, bossing us around. We were taking it and liking it.
We're just happy to be there, really.
Yeah. But no, the gag ball did work, eh? Good
I remember
workout.
getting on the ice, the very we did it all through the spring, and all those different workouts, and the stomping, and the marching, and the high knees, and all that stuff.
Yes, I
But
guess.
when you first get on the ice, like
Flying.
when you're your first time back on the ice after a couple months, you just feel awful. I remember the first time I got back on the ice, I was like, wow, like I actually felt normal, like half decent. Like when I got on, I was like, wow, this is pretty good.
I still think I got injured because I felt too good. I felt too
You were
fast.
too fast, really.
No, I
That's what
was, because I
happened.
tried to split the D, which I never would have done if I was still fat. And I was skinny, and I thought I was fast enough to get between the D, and I wasn't quite fast enough. And then he takes my knee out, and then that's that, right? If I was fat, I would have cut into the middle. Nothing would have happened.
Yeah, it's fat. You would have pulled up and hit the lake guy.
Yeah. That's yeah. Okay. Anyways, moving on then. So why is your brother in California, Yashas?
He works for Qualcomm.
Say what now?
He works for Qualcomm.
Qualcomm?
Yeah.
What's that?
You have a phone?
Yeah.
It has a chip in it. He works for the company.
Cool.
Really?
Yep. Any phone on the market right now.
They're all using the same chips.
Yep. Most of them, like 90%.
So, and he's would have started work in India and then got recruited there, or what?
No, he studied here in Ohio.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
So why'd you go to Cardiff then? That's one of my questions the research team had. Why? How did you end up in Cardiff 2014-15? How'd that happen?
I just applied for Cardiff, and they said, "Okay, you can join us." I'm like, "Okay, cool,
And
let's
that
go."
was that.
That was it.
So why'd you pick Cardiff? Just
I didn't pick it. I mean, like, yeah, that was just like, okay,
you're in.
I'm in.
did you apply at different places or just there?
I applied to a couple. I got in like in 2 or 3.
Who's
And
somebody's playing with something with their hands. One of you two is. That's you, Yash. Just stop it. Back away from the pen.
I don't remember which were the other 2 universities I applied in, and Cardiff was like nearby to London, so I'm like, okay, that sounds fair.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
The other 2 were like up north, so
You just heard what a great city it was. You're like, I gotta go there.
Cardiff
It
is
is
a
a
great
great-
city. So then, Tyson, I'm pretty sure I know how you got there. You were already there playing hockey, but you can give the full rundown. But you finished your undergrad and your master's in Cardiff. You got very educated in that city.
I got very educated in that. Wow, that's probably why I ended up staying there so long. I went. Well, I'd been taking a bunch of online classes over the years because I never played in university. I played junior and then straight to pro, and then of course you always say you're going to go back and go to school, but that time in your pro career when you realize the NHL really isn't going to happen, that we all kind of eventually becomes clear. Then that's when I started back at the online schools, the good old Athabasca through the PHPA, and just started chipping away 1 or 2 at a time. And then when I got over to Cardiff, a couple people I got to know. Actually, I don't know if you ever met Phil Hill. Phil Hill was on the team when I got there. Good guy.
Yeah.
His wife Gemma was teaching at the University of Glamorgan, it was called at the time. And she actually told me about these programs they have where, like, if you have a bunch of classes already done, they have these top-up programs, they call it. So it's kind of like if you went to college, like a Canadian college or something, and then you wanted to get your university degree, you apply, and if you have enough credits, they'll let you in for a year, and you finish your like undergrad. So I was like, that sounds like a great idea, and tried to convince the team to like re-sign me and pay for it, and they didn't want to. They didn't want to pay for it, and I didn't have the greatest year that first year. And then, anyway, long story short, I ended up back in Cardiff, came back to play for the second year for next to nothing, just so I could come back and go to that school and get my undergrad done. Because I was like, I can go for 1 year and finish it off. Like, I'll pay for it myself. I don't care. So came back that year, went, and then this, funny enough, the school name changed. They changed to University of South Wales. So like a couple smaller universities kind of merged or whatever. So, but it all worked out in the end. I came back, paid
Well,
for
you
it
got
myself,
that. You got that done. You did the whatever courses you need to do that year. You finished that, and then
Finished
Lordo
that.
becomes coach, and then you sign up to get the MBA, right?
So then ended up having, there was a lot that happened in between that my second and third year, because that's when the ownership changed. And I don't know if that many people know, I wasn't coming back because there was a bunch of shenanigans, and I was looking at other places to play in the league to maybe do my MBA and stuff. And then good old Fran man got a hold of me. He's like, no, there's some new owners coming in. There's Todd Kelman's taking over. And for the longest time, he didn't tell me what was going on. He's just like, hey, like, don't sign anywhere else. Like, there's good stuff coming here. Like, there's things are going to be really good. Like, trust me. Like, and eventually it came right down to I had other offers in the league, and I was like, listen, I'm going to sign one of these unless you tell me what's going on.
Yeah.
So it was like kind of hush hush. You can't tell anybody what's going on, but this is what's happening. And some guys from Calgary buying the team. Todd Kelman's going to come. And so I'm like, okay, all right. No, I'm interested. So then I came back, and obviously to do the MBA was the biggest part. And I was just going to come back for one more year to do the MBA. And then obviously, we had a good team. We had an awesome time, and
It's really fun.
Wasn't that hard to convince me to stay for another year.
No, yeah. And then we both got hurt, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
That was a busy year though, when we both had kids, and then obviously Colby was already around, but until you had Lachlan and I had Zoe, like Colby was the only kid on that team. Now the Cardiff Devils, there's a lot of kids on the team. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, there has been. They've had an older team since then, but to
We
think
just
I was
set
the
the
only
tone.
kid, yeah.
We just set the tone, we let everybody know.
You need maturity like we were, right? But so, okay, here's the one though for you, is that year you were named captain while we were doing all that shit. So that's another element too, because then you got to fight Kevin Westgarth and shit when you don't want to, but you would have done that anyways. But but being the captain, I don't know if it really does anything else, because you were basically just being yourself, which is what a captain should do, right?
Yeah,
There wasn't that much other bullshit with that, was there?
No, well, I've told the story a bunch of times about how, so that year when I was going to come back, Franny's like, we talking with Kelman and Lordo and that, they're like, we want you to come back and be the captain, blah, blah, blah. And I had just seen what Mac Faulkner had gone through the year before, basically holding the team together by a thread and sharpening skates and trying to get guys paid and all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, I'm coming back to do school. I'm going to have a kid in January. I'm like, I don't need to have to deal with that. I just wanted to play and get out of there. Right. But then after we got there, and obviously things got going, and we saw how different everything was, and it was so much more professional. And then I was like, yeah, I mean, I was happy to do it at that point. Like, I was like, okay, this isn't.
Well, do you not think it's cool that you did take it, and then now you can say you were a captain of a professional hockey team?
Yeah, of course. No, I was proud to do it. Like, obviously, I was.
Then when Yashas shows up at the big blue tent And he's like, wow, look at this beautiful arena they play in. This is pro hockey. And he's like, oh, I know the captain too.
We're like, we've talked forever about their first impression when we walked into that rink, but now looking back, best rink I ever played it. Like best.
My favorite rink I ever
My
played in.
favorite rink I ever played in. No matter if the showers were plugged and it was gross and the worst dressing room you've ever seen. Like
It was our home.
it was awesome. Yeah, exactly. Other teams came in there. Other teams were miserable coming in there to play.
But so Yashas, when you showed up and we were like, hey, we're pro hockey players, like we play hockey. And then you showed up to that rink. Like, were you like, wow, this is quite the rink?
Yeah, it was, because it was first time I'm going to a hockey game.
You never seen anything else. You didn't.
Yeah, so that was really good.
That was good, nice.
Yeah, because there are
And
like
if you
really
know
big
players
ones.
in the game, so that's even more nicer.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, okay. What else do I got? I don't know. That big blue tent though, that was something else, man. Those years, like I never did play in the new rink, but I don't think I really wanted to. I like the big blue tent, everything about it. De-shitting in the away team's locker room every time before they get there and not flashing.
Oh my god. You've had Dees on here, haven't you?
Oh yeah, a couple times. Oh yeah.
Where is he now?
He's in Graz, Austria.
He's still there? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but he's just went home now for he actually just told me he's heading to Belfast this weekend. Like full go in Belfast. He's head there.
Oh boy.
Yeah, his season's over and it's full go. He's heading to Belfast.
Oh boy. Good times all around.
Shoot. Okay, so Yasha, you got anything else?
Nothing much.
No?
No. Good catching up though.
It was like you guys haven't seen each other forever, eh? I've seen both of you now because I got a shed.
7 years.
Yeah.
Wally, you got like obviously like a professional like studio now. You just put the backdrop of the shed in behind you now to keep it like.
What was going on when you guys were in here last? Yeah, we were probably I think it was really cold when we did it. I remember, and it was just me standing here. But Marshy, there was a time where I had like a fake background that made it look like I was in a hockey room. Would you be in that one or no?
No, I remember you were always in the shed. I can see your garage door opener, which pretty much tells me that it's really a shed.
Well, yeah, it's the shed. It's a high-end shed. It's a really nice one. It's like my year-round resort.
You gotta get yourself like a desk. You gotta get yourself like a desk to sit at. And then
I have chairs here. I just like to stand and sway back and forth to make you guys uncomfortable.
You gotta like hang up all your old jerseys behind you or something. Like
that's a lot of work. I just want to talk to people. It took me long enough to make it this nice behind me. But there are things I could hang up, but yeah. I don't need bells and whistles,
Keeping it real. I like it. Just keep it real. It's like Wayne's World.
Yeah, no, I just like
in the basement.
The way this all started was I just missed talking to my buddies and I missed everybody. And Yashas was the first guy I ever called. And to think of like a year and a couple months later, I've got to catch up with everybody, and now 70,000 folks have listened to it. It's really weird.
70,000. Then you're #1 hockey podcast in the UK.
Some days, not every day.
Not every day. Oh,
they rank it every day. Do you know how mentally unstable that makes me? Yeah.
Every day they rank it.
It goes up and down every day, and it's like, can you guys please stop? Like, because I'm too competitive, and the thing is like I can control my own fate, because if I floor it, I can get to #1, but if I don't floor it, I drop like a rock, and I'm like, geez, this hurts, and it's not good for me, because like I feel like I can outwork anybody at talking to my friends in my shed.
Yes, you can.
You can.
Yeah, and yeah, it's been great catching up with you guys. And I thought we ran amok at Cardiff Met. I know, Marshy, we had our reservations when we got there. And you were trying to explain to me about how we had to, explain where we got our info from and have all the references or whatever.
So
My
yeah,
goodness, trying to learn
sources.
that shit was wild.
Once you figure that out, though, the rest of it was pretty easy. And I
Yep.
felt like half of the course was just citing your sources, and after that, they don't really even care what you say.
As long
Mhm.
as you do that right. Yeah, it
Yes.
was, but like you had to do the work, you had to get it done, and it was a lot. But
I'd still go back in a heartbeat.
yeah, it was a
Any
great
day.
time. Yeah.
Go back to another course.
And I could still pass for Yashas with his student ID too. Get 30%
I
off.
don't know about that one.
And this has been another episode of Two Ales and Hockey Tales with Yashas, Marshy, Wally,